People, what's going on? Holy crap. Take a look at this move that happened in pre-market. Remember how I said that I was going to give myself that rule where I wasn't going to trade before market hours? Man, was it hard to resist trading this whole move. Realistically, I could have traded it and I would have made decent money because I already had like a certain level and key points charted out. But I wanted to stick to my guns. I told myself I wasn't going to trade that, and I didn't. If you set rules for yourselves, make sure to follow them because one rule broken is going to lead to another, and then you're going to end up spiraling. That's exactly what ends up happening. Hey guys, it's Grizz back with another video. Today was not that bad of a day. We controlled our emotions. We had only 5 trades in, and we ended the day up. Okay, so right before we get into the trades, I want to show you guys what I had charted out. Before this all existed, everything that's blue to the right existed. I had a 1 hour fair value gap, and I noticed that after these candles here, we started moving up. I decided to place my Fibonacci's from the top of London High down to the bottom wick of this candle, which would give us the 50, the 62, and all these percentages. Typically, the ones that I look at is the 50 and the 62. 71 played a role today, and we'll go over that in a little bit. But essentially, what I was looking for price to come up into this fair value gap, maybe around previous day low, and then I was expecting us to go lower. So let's go look at trade number one and see exactly what happened. Alrighty, guys. So trade number one, it was nearly 30 minutes into market open. We came up into the fair value gap, and I noticed that we started looking a little exhausted, at least by the 2 candles that we had. So, third candle opens up, and we had them breaking below previous day lows. I thought we were going to head down. This line right here is the 50% mark. I thought we were going to come down and retest this sell side liquidity that I had charted out from earlier. And that would have been our one and done play because we would have gotten around 20, 30 points. So what ended up happening was price came down low, but then started retracing back above. It went above previous day low. I did not want to hold the position if it was going to be above previous day low. So I ended up cutting it, ended up losing 11.75 points or $235. Average loss, I guess I would say, since I like to lose anywhere from 200 to 300 per loss if I do end up losing. So we were kind of spot on. But decided to cut it, did not want to turn it into a really big loss and have to dig myself out of a hole. On to trade number two. So we end up going up, testing the 71% or OTE mark. We came down low, and then when we came back down, I was going to long off the 62% Fibonacci, and my plan was to sell on the break of the fair value gap. Man, did it almost get there, but this OTE mark, 71%, just kept on. It was acting a strong resistance. So we came up, tested it, and immediately started rejecting down. As we're rejecting down, I saw that it wasn't working in my favor, so I decided to cut it because I had already lost my first trade. I cut it for minus 4 points, $80. Okay, so because OTE was being so strong today and acting as resistance, I decided to sell. I just had a really shitty fill, and I maybe shouldn't even have taken this trade, but journal it, chart it down, live and learn, you know? So I ended up taking it right around this mark. And obviously it started bouncing around, came down to the 62% fib, and then started to go up higher, and I did not want to hold it. This could have technically been a winner if I would have just held it to the break of the fair value gap, but I didn't hold. That's trade number three, a loss of 6.25 points or $125. I'm 0 for 3 to start the morning, 30 minutes in, $440 in the hole before commissions. Not looking pretty. But then, trade number 4. This was going to be my last trade if it did not work or go in my favor. I saw us come down. We tested the break of the fair value gap, and we started to reverse. When we started to reverse, I was like, okay, everything here is looking bullish because every down candle is getting bought up. If you're looking at the higher time frames, we looked like we were going to head up. So I was waiting for a market structure shift on the 1 minute. We got it right here. We started to go up. We got past the 50% mark on the fair value gap. When that happened is when I decided to long. I entered 2 contracts and I was going to have a $400 stop. Super tight. Was not going to risk any more money than had I already lost. I went too deep. Got in right here at 70.25 and I sold at the top of the fair value gap, 79.50. That was beautiful because that brought us $370 or $185 per contract. So we're in the money. We're still slightly red, but way more manageable. It would have been better off realistically if I would have just held onto the 2 positions, but I sold because I was trying to sell at the break of the fair value gap. A minute later, I still saw that we were bullish, so I decided to re-enter. I entered the same position because of the same thesis I already had. Entered 1. I had my original stop up here at the buy side, 15 minutes, but I didn't hold all the way till, in hindsight, if I would have just held, I could have made an extra 5-ish points. Not going to sweat it. It is what it is. But that play definitely worked out. I sold at 98.75. I ended up making 12.25 points or $245, which ended up putting me $175 in the green today, guys. Help me out. If you guys are enjoying my videos, please like, comment, share. It really helps out with the algorithm. I'm trying to grow this channel and essentially show everybody else how you too can grow a small challenge account into $100,000 with little experience, but also just a lot more determination and just following your rule sets. So if we take a look here are the entries. It's a total of 5 trades, the fills, the times. You guys could pause it if you like. Here's my drawdown. It's $17. Not too bad. Performance for the day, we made 175, 1816 commissions, a total of 156 on the day. We had 3 losers, 2 winners. Here is how it looks. 40% win rate. Win rate has been looking kind of bad, but we'll get that fixed. Technically, we're still making money. Biggest winner, biggest loser, and here are the rest of the charts and the information. Alrighty, so where are we heading now? So taking a look at how we rejected off this 1 hour fair value gap, and if you definitely look at the candlesticks, we're heading down. There's no doubt about it. I know we have news tomorrow, so that's the only possibility that we could head up. I do not think we're going to go up, though. I think we're going to end up completing a market structure shift here on the larger time frames, and we are going to head down. We are probably going to head down to at least 0.67 mark, all the way down to previous week highs. And then if we continue to sell off, there's a ginormous fair value gap here that I haven't charted out, but we can even hit that. So just be very cautious. I think we're gonna go down. Don't try to be a hero and get these 150 point moves. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's gonna have it for today's video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.